So I just left the theater and I saw The Last Voyage of the Demeter. So let's get into this. Stars Liam Cunningham as Captain Elliot, as Clemens, and of course Javier Cote as Count Dracula himself. The Demeter is actually based on the captain's logs of the Bram Stoker Dracula novel, which is a short passage, but I am actually surprised at how the director managed to turn it into a full-length film. I was actually pleasantly surprised about the special effects and the backstory of how Dracula travels from Romania to London to find his next victims. So before he gets to London, he actually has his fill of the crew of the Demeter. And I have to say that the special effects that they did for Dracula were actually on point. It's a mixture of CGI and costume design that they had Javier in. So you're gonna love how this film turned out if you choose to see it. I feel like within vampire films, they did a great job in, instead of romanticizing Dracula, showing his demonic properties, which is what Dracula actually is. I'm gonna give this film a 7 out of 10. I highly recommend it if you're a fan of vampire films and the backstory of Dracula altogether, or just a fan of Dracula altogether. And I actually want to add this little rant in there. So, over the last couple of years, there have been a few vampire films that have come out. You have The Invitation last year that came out. You also have Morbius that came out, which is a Spider-Man character. I do consider that a vampire film, however, because Morbius is a vampire character. And of course we have Renfield that came out this year, which although is a comedy and also about Dracula's assistant, I do consider that a vampire film in itself. I do find that it is unfortunate that the same studio that made Morbius also made Dracula Untold film, which was actually supposed to be a part of the Dark Universe. They really did have something going there in terms of the characters that they were bringing to the forefront in terms of the Dark Universe reboot. Dracula Untold got canned because of The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise, mind you, that nixed the Dark Universe altogether. I do have to say, because it's kind of a slap in the face that Morbius saw the light of day, even though we didn't get a Dracula Untold 2. That's going to do it for my review. I'll catch you on the next film review. Take care.